The UK is very similar to where we are now in outbreak because each of our countries have that independent spirit, but we don't want to be told what to do. Well, I understand that, but now is the time to do what you're told. Do what you're told. Do what you're told. Do what you're told.
You are now watching Stuck in the Middle with Osiris. Please like, subscribe, and comment.
Anyone who does a lot of public speaking, you know you're going to trip up, you're going to slip up. You're going to say something that you want to take back or you regret didn't come out right. Maybe that's what happened with Dr. Fauci here. But when you're high profile, you get the fame, money, power, and also scrutiny. So I break down this pandemic into 3 different sections. The biological part, and that's the part where you listen to the scientists. Dr. Fauci, expert, go. Let me hear what you have to say about the biology of this thing and what we can expect. Then you have the economic part of it. That's where you listen to your economists and your economic experts. We're looking at housing crisis, banks potentially collapsing, people losing their jobs. How do you care for small businesses? What do you do in those scenarios? How do you make sure people have enough money to survive? Do you increase unemployment? The third scenario is the social part, the part where people, because of the economic problems or the biological issues, literally people dying, this is a serious thing, that this can put stressors on people. So you can have people who have less to look forward to. That means more people could be recruited into these extremist left and right groups. That means more civil unrest. People are testy, people are on edge. And not just the civil unrest that you typically think about. If you look at New York, in Brooklyn, Orthodox Jews took to the streets.
We are here today. We are doing a civil disobedience protest, and we're going to start doing this every day. I'm just going to give a message to you, Mr. Mayor and Mr. Cuomo. We beat you in court. Where court order still stands. I'm just telling you right now. Whatever he just told us to do, that our schools and synagogues are closed, he's in contempt of court. We are now filing a new injunction. I know what your name is, young lady, but we're filing a new injunction. I'm going to have it up and running in about 2 or 3 days.
Do what you're told.
You know it's real when Orthodox Jews are in these streets like, we got to rise up. Like, it doesn't get any more serious than that. Dr. Fauci, he can have his opinion. I'm sure he has. And I'm sure he's a brilliant guy on things beyond infectious diseases. But he's not the economic expert. He's not the social expert. He's the biological expert. And my problem with his comments are not with the science, are not with the biology. My problem with his comments are, do as you're told. That's not how we operate in America. That's the beauty of America. And then when you say do as you're told, let's look at who we're talking about here, not just the average Joe. So our politicians felt it was a good idea. This was specifically Democrats, but I don't care what party it is. They thought it was a good idea to have a great, big, fancy, welcoming Thanksgiving dinner for all the new members of the House, which normally would be no problem.
Do what you're told.
If you weren't telling people, don't have these large events. If you weren't criticizing anybody from the other party that was having events. So I understand it was going to be social distance, and it's tone deaf. And they did the right move by canceling it. Governor Gavin Newsom, he pleaded with Californians to resist the temptation of socializing with friends and relatives outside your household. He's the one that couldn't resist.
Do what you're told.
Bro, you're not my father.
Do what you're told.
That's a comment you make when you can't convince somebody of something, or you just don't feel like having to go through the rigmarole of convincing them.
Do what you're told.
Imagine if you went to the doctor and the doctor said, you're gaining a little bit of weight. Are you exercising? Are you doing all this? And you're like, yeah, I've been slipping a little bit. I've been having a little bit more fast food than normal. And the doctor said,
do what you're told.
That's how someone talks to you when you're living under their roof rent-free.
Do what you're told.
That's what you say when you don't want people asking questions. Take care.